Fantastic toy facts that will blow your mind and make you. Hey there, toy lovers. Ready to have your mind blown? Today, we're talking about the wild, the weird, and the wonderfully wacky world of toys. You think you know your favorite childhood companions? Well, think again, because these fantastic toy facts are going to make you look at that dusty action figure on your shelf in a whole new light. And of course, we'll sprinkle in some laughs along the way, because what's life without a little humor, right? Fact 1. Barbie's full name is... What? Let's kick things off with the queen of the toy world, Barbie. You might know her as just Barbie, but did you know she's got a full name that sounds like she's royalty? Get this. Her name is Barbara Millicent Roberts. That's right. Barbie's got a name fancier than most of us, and she's been rocking it since 1959. So next time you pick up a Barbie, remember, you're playing with nobility. Fact 2. The oldest toy in the world is over 4,000 years old. Believe it or not, the oldest toy ever discovered is over 4,000 years old. Archaeologists uncovered a set of toy marbles in a child's tomb in Egypt. And if you think that's impressive, similar toys have been found in ancient Greece and Rome, too. Imagine kids back then playing with marbles while their parents were busy building pyramids. Ah, simpler times, right? Fact 3. Lego's name literally means play well. Lego bricks. They've built empires, they've built dreams, and they've built a world of pain when you step on one barefoot. But did you know the name Lego is actually a mashup of the Danish words leggot, which means play well? So basically, Lego is like your mom telling you to go outside and have fun, except, you know, in Danish. Who knew those little bricks had such a wholesome message behind them? Now, if only stepping on one felt as good as the name suggests. Fact 4. Dolls have been around. Since ancient civilizations, dolls are one of the oldest toys known to humanity, dating back thousands of years. Ancient civilizations, like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, all had their versions of dolls, often made from wood, clay, or even bones. Dolls weren't just playthings, though. They were often used in rituals, as symbols, or even to teach young girls how to care for a family. Playtime just got a little deeper, huh? Fact 5. The Slinky was an accidental. Ever wondered how the Slinky, that mesmerizing metal coil, came to be? Well, it was actually an accident. In 1943, naval engineer Richard James was working on springs that could stabilize ship instruments during rough seas when one of his springs fell off a shelf and walked down to the floor. Richard's wife, Betty, saw the potential, and boom, Slinky was born. Sometimes tripping over your work really does lead to greatness. But seriously, who knew something so simple could be so endlessly entertaining? Fact 6. The yo-yo was once used as a weapon. Okay, imagine this. You're in ancient Greece, walking through the marketplace, and suddenly, whoosh, someone throws a yo-yo at you. Well, that's not exactly how it happened, but the yo-yo may have started out as a hunting tool in the Philippines over 400 years ago. Hunters reportedly used weighted yo-yos to fling at animals from trees. Now it's more of a toy that keeps coming back. But it's cool to think your childhood toy had such action-packed origins. Fact 7. The Rubik's Cube was originally a teaching tool. That little colorful cube that stumped millions, yes, the Rubik's Cube, wasn't actually invented as a toy. Hungarian architect Erno Rubik created it in 1974 as a teaching tool to explain three-dimensional geometry. It was called the Magic Cube back then. But once people got their hands on it, they realized it was more fun to scramble it and challenge their friends to solve it in record time, making it one of the best-selling puzzles of all time. Who knew that trying to align tiny squares could drive so many people to the brink of madness? Fact 8. The first board games were invented by royalty. Long before board games became a family night staple, they were a favorite pastime of royalty. Ancient kings and queens played early versions of board games to show off their strategy skills and, sometimes, to make political decisions. One of the earliest known games, played by the royal families of ancient Mesopotamia, dates back to around 3000 BC. So next time you win a game of strategy, remember, you're basically royalty. Fact 9. Toy cars have traveled into space. Yes, you heard that right. Toy cars have literally been to space. During space missions, astronauts have taken small toys with them, including miniature cars, for experiments in zero gravity. It's all part of science, folks. Imagine a toy car zooming around the moon, or more accurately, just floating there. Who knew toys could be so out of this world? Fact 10. Teddy bears were inspired by a real bear. Teddy bears, those cuddly companions with big button eyes, actually have a pretty wild backstory. They were inspired by none other than President Theodore Roosevelt. In 1902, during a hunting trip, Roosevelt famously refused to shoot a bear that had been captured and tied to a tree. A political cartoonist drew a comic about the incident, and soon after, a toy maker created a stuffed bear and named it Teddy, after the president. So, in a way, teddy bears are the result of a presidential act of kindness. Plus, they're way easier to cuddle than a real bear. Fact 11. Play-Doh was originally a wallpaper cleaner. Here's a fact that's sure to stick with you. Play-Doh wasn't always the colorful modeling compound we know and love. In the 1930s, it was actually created as a wallpaper cleaner. Yup, people used it to wipe off soot and grime from their walls. But when the demand for wallpaper cleaners dwindled after World War II, the company repurposed the product as a children's toy. Add some color and a fresh scent, and suddenly you've got a hit toy that kids, and let's be honest, adults too, can't stop squishing and shaping. Fact 12. Toy bricks can withstand incredible weight. Ever stepped on a toy brick in the middle of the night and felt like your foot just met a weapon of mass destruction? Well, here's why. Some toy bricks are built to be nearly indestructible. In fact, these tiny plastic blocks can withstand weights of up to 950 pounds before breaking. So, not only do they fuel creativity and imagination, but they're also practically indestructible foot hazards. And there you have it. Who knew toys could be so much more than just fun and games? From ancient history to outer space, toys have played a huge role in shaping culture, technology, and even science. So next time you're building a tower with toy bricks or having a plush toy tea party, remember, you're not just playing, you're connecting with something bigger and maybe even learning a thing or two. Thanks for joining us on this playful journey.